destiny into his own hands.
Ole Miss. He stands on his own 28. He gets a pass from center. He boots it and gets another nice kick away going way downfield. Billy Cannon watches it bounce. He takes it on his own 11. He comes back upfield to the 15, stumbles momentarily. He's at the 20, running hard at the 25, gets away from one man to 30, still runs the 25, up to 35 to 25. He's down to the 50, he's in the 50, 45 to 40. In the 10 to 5, he scored! Billy Cannon raced some 89 yards for a touchdown. Listen to the cheer for Billy Cannon as he comes off the field. Great All-American.
The run gave the Tigers 6 points and the victory. It also helped Billy Cannon lock up the Heisman Trophy. If there's one play that symbolizes the spirit of LSU football, it's the punt return where a cannon streaked across the field.
Good evening and welcome to this week's edition of Tigers Roar with Jordy Hultberg. I'm Tommy Chrysan, right here on Pelican Sports TV. In a week that, for the 8 millionth time, we see the Billy Cannon run back, passed away Sunday, age of 80, at his home, a true LSU football legend.
Yeah, I knew Billy fairly well. We first name basis, shook hands, friends. Last time I saw them it was at I was the MC at the unveiling of the Bob Pettit statue, and just a larger-than-life man who, like all of us, has our good moments and our flaws, but in the end, thanks to Joe Dean, brought him back into the LSU family, and when he came back, he was back for good. And so we will miss him, and all our best to his family and friends.
Well, a tremendous high school career at Estruma here in Baton Rouge, and then, you know, the stories. You know, he was so big and fast and strong. He weighed more than most of the linemen blocking him, most people trying to tackle him, and he had that speed, and he played two ways, and he punted, and I mean,
he was the modern day. He is, for you youngsters that don't have a clue, just visualize LeBron James now with that 6'8", 260 pounds, and how he's bigger, stronger, faster than everybody. That was Billy Cannon. And a great story, his coach with the Oakland Raiders said, I want you to play on both sides of the ball. And he said, well, you're going to have to pay me twice.
Yeah.
Pay me twice.
Well, you know, he was a great track and field athlete. Set the 100-yard dashes it was back then in the Southeastern Conference. And then, as I commented on the radio this week, he reminded us all and taught us all that we all make mistakes. You do, I do,
sure.
Everybody does, okay? Nobody's perfect. And he made a big mistake. Obviously, some people's mistakes are bigger than others. He paid the price. He went to jail for a little over 2 years. Then, you know, he came out. He was a recluse for a while.
About 10,
embarrassed,
15 years.
humbled, you know. Then, as you said, another LSU legend, Joe Dean, played a significant role in saying, hey, you need to get back in the fold. I need you at football practice. I need you at the bash. We need you at the Lions Club and the lunch club meetings. We need you to be back into the fold here. And Billy did it, and an LSU community, Baton Rouge, forgave him. We live in a forgiving country and a forgiving area. And again, it's a lesson to all of us.
Thank goodness we do.
And Billy Cannon, who was larger than life to many people in the 50s and 60s in Baton Rouge, in Louisiana, and, you know, stumbled, no question, and then was able to, you know, he learned last summer on his 80th birthday that there'd be a statue, and it hasn't went up yet, but it's gonna.
Here again, LSU. If you know for sure you're going to do a statue for somebody, do it now so the person can see it, enjoy it. I know you don't know when somebody's going to go, and it could happen today, tomorrow, but if you know, I mean, that's too long in coming. Just way too long in coming.
Yeah. So, but anyway, and it's been fun all week to read lots of old stories, some that I knew, a few that I didn't know. See all the old pictures, the old film, like we showing you the old punt return there, and hear some of the people, you know, that knew him, whether it was at Estruma or LSU, or 10 years in the National Football, American Football League, National Football League, moved to tight end the bulk of his NFL career. But you know, hey.
I know for a fact, Billy, if you were a friend of Dr. Cannon's, he'd give you the shirt off his back, literally. He was that kind of person. He didn't have many on purpose, but if he was, if he could, he'd do anything in the world for you. So, you ever shook his hand?
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty strong.
No, he was.
He's a big man.
I saw him at a couple of recruiting bashes. And,
Big man.
There's a little group that I've spoke to from time to time. One day he was there when I was speaking. I don't know. That was a backwards thing. He should have been speaking. I should have been sitting down eating a piece of chicken or something.
Think about it. He helped lead a team to a national championship and then won the Heisman Trophy the following year. So it's a pretty storied career.
And people forget. Everybody remembers the punt return. We just showed it. But Ole Miss got the ball back and drove to the goal line of LSU.
That's right.
Down 7-3, so they're not kicking a field goal. They need a touchdown to win. And Billy Cannon, along with the quarterback Warren Rabb,
Made the stop.
stopped Lee Elmore, I want to say, or Len Elmore, Billy Elmore from Ole Miss from getting into the end zone,
right.
which would have given Ole Miss
My question
the victory.
is,
and if he, many people said, if Elmore gets in the end zone, nobody remembers the punt return.
No, but who's the defensive coordinator playing that prevent defense? How did Ole Miss get down the field?
John
quickly?
Chavis.
There wasn't much time left in the game.
John Chavis Sr.
John Chavis. But think about this. He had the Heisman Trophy, and Tom Moran, my near and dear late friend who owned TJ Ribs and all, and Billy wanted to share that with the world.
Right.
And that Heisman Trophy sitting in TJ Ribs on Acadian Thruway, for everyone to see. He could have been selfish and had it on his mantle, but no, he wanted everybody to see it.
Well, and I saw it. I brought people
and
to see it.
It is an awesome, that is an awesome trophy. It's pretty
But
special.
they get one out a year, so.
One out a year, and he's the only one.
The only LSU
Only
guy
one that LSU, yeah.
Of course, Coach Stovall was a runner-up for it,
Runner-up.
but he didn't get a copy of that trophy. So, and there'll be a lot more this week, and there'll be something when his statue goes up in this fall.
Every Halloween night, you got to play it.
I think there'll be some little decal at number 20 on the helmets this year, although the number's retired. No one will ever wear it again. So he was truly a Baton Rouge legend, a Struma High LSU.
Wasn't that movie Everybody's All-American basically based upon him in a roundabout way?
Well, kind of. Yeah.
Kind of, sort of, yeah.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. We can go with that. So
Dennis
anyway, Billy Cannon passed away at the age of 80. Jordy, since we were together last,
he's coming. He's here.
We had rumors. We had speculation. We had this, that, Twitter. And on Monday of this week, it became official. T's crossed, I's dotted. Joe Burrow, the graduate transfer quarterback from Ohio State, from Athens High School in the Plains, Ohio, 6'3", 215. He is right-handed.
He looks like a quarterback,
He is
doesn't he?
officially an LSU Tiger, but we can't tell what number that is. We know it's not 11, but we can't tell anything else there.
He looks like a quarterback. I wish him nothing but the best. There's going to be a lot of pomp and circumstance around this kid. Nobody will be able to see what he can or cannot do until they start playing for keeps. And if he wins the job, we'll find out. Miles Brennan's dad, Owen, came out and said, all he's got on my son is 3 years and about 15, 20 pounds. So we'll see.
It's a little more than that.
Yeah.
But anyway, a little bit later in the program, we've got some highlights of Joe Burrow and stuff to share with you. Jordy, as we sit here, LSU, Florida, tangling on the baseball field, but they knocked off Mississippi State Tuesday in an elimination game. The pulmonary Hoover magic continues.
They got that bid in the pocket now. It's in.
It's in. I think it's in. Yeah, I agree with you. So
I know Hilliard's pitching, but I don't know who's going to pitch the next day and the next day, or if there is another. I don't know who.
Well,
they're in the double elimination now.
Yeah,
I don't know who they're going to pitch.
Labus will throw, but anyway. Hey, and then let's not forget Beth Torina and the softball program. They win the Baton Rouge Regional and move on, like they did last year, to Tallahassee for the Super Regional, May 25 through 27. Friday at 6, Saturday at 4, Sunday, if necessary, at 2. Winner to Oklahoma City. Hey, we said this before, but I'm going to say it again. We can't say how good of a job
consistently really good
Beth Torina has done from the day she became the softball coach, with the 3 straight trips to Oklahoma City, and now, on the brink of another, if they can get past a good Florida State team.
They got those 2 girls in the circle, Hoover and Wall Jasper. I guarantee you, around the softball world, they're saying, how many years have they been at LSU? They've been there forever and a day.
For like 20, yeah.
So,
hey, also since we were together last, SEC Commissioner Mike Slive, a pioneer to say the very least, helped start 2 different conferences, including Conference USA. Worked at the SEC from 2002 to 2015. Played a huge role in the launch of the SEC network. Huge role in the college football playoff. The revenue, I saw some figures on the revenue increases since he took over. Mike Slive, a true pioneer in college athletics. The SEC passed away, and a lot of nice tributes to him.
SEC network. Expansion with Missouri and Arkansas coming into the fray. I'll tell you a funny story. I was doing Conference USA basketball games. I was doing the tournament, and in the same day, within about 2 hours time frame, I interviewed Dwayne Wade and Mike Slive, and both equally impressive. To be honest with you, Mike Slive was terrific, and he was, think of the SEC: Roy Kramer, Mike Slive. And there's Greg. What does Greg Sankey have to do now? I mean, just other than rake the money in.
Pass out checks.
Pass out checks.
You get this one, we get that
10 for me, 1 for you. 10 for us, 1 for you. I mean, just.
And one other thing before we go to break, I wanted to do this last week. I omitted it, but Billy Brewer, who was actually in that LSU Ole Miss game when Cannon ran the punt back, passed away the week before. Billy Brewer, an assistant coach at Southeastern, was a head coach when I first got on campus, and I remember him running in and out of the field house at Southeastern. Always knew when he was around. Had a really good record at Southeastern, as you see, 38, 24, and 2. That's an old picture in front of the old Strawberry Stadium. And then that moved him on to the job at Louisiana Tech, where he did well up in Ruston with the Bulldogs, and then on to Ole Miss for 10 or 11 years, where he had played ball. Coach Brewer had a stroke several months ago and never really fully recovered, but I was around him a few times and kept up with his career because of that. He had a son that was a football player at Southeastern. So Coach Billy Brewer, and again, I meant to do this last week. We didn't get to it, so we're sharing it with folks.
We got to get upbeat here. I'm starting to get depressed with all these.
Well, I can get us upbeat before the break if you want.
What is that?
The NFL has awarded Super Bowl 58 to the city of New Orleans in 2024.
Where it should always be. I've said that forever. Number 11 coming up.
The Super Bowl has not been in New Orleans since 2013. As Jordy said, this will be Super Bowl, the 11th time in New Orleans, which will then tie them with Miami, who currently has 10 but has one in a couple of years. Yeah. So Miami will go up to 11. 2024, New Orleans will match that with Super Bowl 58 in the Crescent City.
What's kind of remarkable is the fact that it beat out Vegas.
Vegas will get one.
Oh, Vegas will get one, but normally, you promise a new stadium with funds from the people and all that kind of stuff. They give you the Super Bowl because in that year, 2024. I don't know how they judge this, how they come up with these numbers. It may be worth $1 billion to the city of New Orleans.
Maybe they can use that to fix the drainage
and
the electricity.
Can you do the streets?
So that wouldn't it be
downtown in the French Quarter? Can you fix the streets?
Wouldn't it be embarrassing if the Super Bowl got rained out? If there was a rainstorm and nobody could get to the dome?
God.
I mean, I'm being facetious, but come on.
Please don't say that.
Every time it rains down there, it floods.
Please don't say that.
Use the money and fix up things.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
You got till 2024 to make sure the Super Bowl does not get rained out.
Start working on it now.
Yeah, like yesterday. How about
now.
that? The citizens of New Orleans will appreciate it, I can promise you. All right, we're going to get to a break. We're going to come back. Put some Joe Burrow highlights on you. Yeah, the latest addition to the LSU football roster. Also coming up on tonight's program a little bit later, Mike Scarborough of TigerBait.com as he joins us on a weekly basis. We'll come back with much more of Tigers Roar here on Pelican Sports TV. Stay with us.
Hi, I am Dr. Farrell Frugier Jr., and I am a general dentist at Frugier Family Dentistry. I was born and raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I went to Catholic High School, LSU, and LSU School of Dentistry in New Orleans, where I received my DDS degree in 1986. I always have and will continue to be committed to continuing my education, to invest in technology which makes the diagnosis and delivery of dentistry more thorough, more comfortable, and more aesthetically pleasing. In our practice, we are here to serve the patients. We want to improve their quality of life and to develop relationships with our patients. In dentistry, we have a chance to impact lives on a daily basis. Not just by doing dentistry, but by getting to know them and being a part of their life. We also believe in giving back to our community. So every year, we give back to the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank Toys for Tots, and Mary Bird Perkins Cancer Center. Please stop by and visit our office. We would love to take care of you and your family.
Hi, I'm Jordy Helper for Tremonti's Meat and Seafood Market at 12451 Old Jefferson Highway. Chairman's Reserve steaks, their pork, their chicken, their seafood, top of the line. Primo barbecue pits, Icy Tech coolers. They can go anywhere and cater anything for you. Go to 751-7665 to call Tremonti's Meat and Seafood Market, where good meat ain't cheap and cheap meat ain't good. Tremonti's Meat and Seafood Market.
It's time to find out the truth about health insurance.
True or false? I can't get health insurance because I missed the open enrollment period. False.
If you had a life change such as moving, getting married, having a child, or a job loss, you are eligible to buy a new policy.
I don't have a life-changing event, so I can't get health insurance. False.
You can purchase affordable short-term policies even if it's not open enrollment.
I have to spend hours shopping around for an insurance policy that's right for me. False.
Call Healthcare will connect you with licensed agents that do the work for you, comparing hundreds of options, making sure you get a policy that fits all your needs at the best price.
Call now and we'll connect you to a licensed agent that will answer all your questions. The call and the service are free, so what are you waiting for?
Call Healthcare, getting the coverage you need at a price you can afford. Call now. Representatives are standing by to assist you.
Are you ready for this year's formal events? Weddings, homecoming, Mardi Gras, prom, pageants. Debbie's Bridal is having an inventory blowout sale. Don't be left out. Prices range from 20% off to 80% off. Happening now. Debbie's Bridal, Burnside in Gonzales.
Desire in your eyes, but you can't keep it in your heart. 'Cause misery loves company. 'Cause misery loves company. Cold and hungry like a dog in the street. I get a raw deal every.
Cypress Lake Apartments are conveniently located off Segan Lane in Baton Rouge, a CLK multifamily management property. Come see this community, which has many amenities, including swimming pools, fitness room, playground, and much more. 1, 2, and 3 bedroom apartments. Stop by Cypress Lake Apartments, call 225-293-6789, or go online, live at cypresslakeapts.com. Continue with Tigers Roar. Last week we speculated. Mike Scarborough of TigerBait.com speculated. Everyone speculated. And then on Friday it kind of became official and really became official on Monday when the paperwork was done. Graduate transfer Joe Burrow with 2 years remaining is now an LSU Tiger. Jordy Hultberg, your thoughts?
Well, obviously they think this young man is capable of doing some things that maybe the other quarterbacks they have aren't capable of doing. They thought they could make the team better by going to get him, so I say more power to him. Now, I hope this kid has broader shoulders than that and a thicker skin than that, because he's going to be under a lot of scrutiny, and that welcome to the world of being the most talked about, most craved position on the field for LSU for years, and that's the quarterback spot. So
yeah, I mean, he went to Ohio State. I'm sure there's pressure up there, but
yeah.
he never got on the field, as they say. Few limited appearances.
Mop up duties.
But my point is, there's a lot of pressure on this guy, as you said. Now, this can go 3 different ways. It could turn out to be the best thing since electricity.
We hope so.
Okay, it could be, okay, good, not great, or it could be a flop. Now, what it also may do is, create competition. It will create competition at that position. More competition you have at every position, the better the team's going to be.
I agree.
Question comes up, are any of the 3, Narcisse, McMillan, Brennan, going to leave? Based on what we know, Brennan's not going anywhere.
Right.
McMillan does graduate this summer. He wasn't happy when the word first broke about Burrow being considered, that he didn't want to be toyed with, whatever he said in that tweet. He may go. Haven't heard much about Narcisse, but the bottom line is Ed Orgeron has to do whatever he thinks can make his football team better.
No question.
And he thinks bringing Joe Burrow in makes the team. Whether Burrow's the starter on September 2nd against Miami or not, he's got to believe it's making the team better.
I have got to believe when that young man visited with his parents that I know they say you can compete for the starting job. Maybe a little bit more than that.
You can compete for the starting job.
Maybe a little bit more than that.
Well, but Joy, okay.
Because it just read between the tea leaves.
Well, but
Why?
okay, he's considered Cincinnati. There was word about North Carolina, but that never happened. They visit to North Carolina, it never happened. Cincinnati, I'm sure he knows a lot of guys on that team from his high school days, closer to home, whatever. But Cincinnati, LSU, SEC, I mean, come on.
Well, his family's from Ohio. The dad and other families traveled and went to Nebraska. So maybe they think that getting away from home, getting away from that state will help him grow, help him mature, help him develop better. So we'll see. Hey, I wish him nothing. I hope he's great. I hope he's great. I hope he brings out the best in Miles Brennan, Lowell Narcisse, Justin McMillan. I hope they all turn out great.
And the receivers.
All I want is LSU to win. That's all I care about.
Well, CBSSports.com came out today with ranking the SEC strength of schedule. LSU's got the toughest schedule of all.
Yep. Athlon Sports came out and picked LSU
4th in the West.
4th or 5th in the West.
I thought
5th.
Okay.
5th.
So, 5th in the West. You're right. So, and something that Athlon was done before Burrow got here, but
I can dig it. I can get the piece of paper out the garbage can, open it up, and it will throw it. All this doesn't mean anything. It means absolutely
started
nothing.
September 2. But what we have for you, Adam was able to dig up some highlights on Joe Burrows, a couple of mop-up duty thing, and some stuff from the spring game in 2017, just to give you a little look, a little feel at the guy who will wear purple and gold instead of the colors you're about to see him in. Here's Joe Burrow, a little highlight package, the transfer into LSU.
Is that for a duo both called for this morning on College Game Day? Joe Burrow has replaced J.T. Barrett. Barrett's night is apparently done.
They're sitting there for, now they're down the road.
In terms of playoff,
Yes.
Burrow keeps it, and was wrestled down after a yard loss. 3rd and 5 for Joe Burrow in his first series in relief. And Burrow on a slant makes a completion to K.J. Hill, and they move the sticks out near the 30.
Nice poise by Burrow. Brought both the linebackers, and Newby actually got to him just as he was about to throw the ball. It affected his follow-through. Watch Newby 3. He'll come in clean right into the face, but he recognizes the void because of those 2 linebackers and gets the ball to K.J. Hill. I think you're safe in putting him there personally, but that's okay.
Burrow to Hill. And KJ dancing free, knocked down at the 50. And if you're Joe Burrow, redshirt freshman, you'd like to look sharp here for the coaches.
Yeah, and he's doing that. He's distributing the ball. And like I said, KJ Hill is showing some nice hands. This time in traffic where Aaron Williams had him defended pretty well. But a great throw by Joe Burrow. And another nice catch there by KJ Hill.
Slammed down hard on the shoulder. You do get concerned. Burrow takes off, darts up the middle, and will score standing up. Joe Burrow finds the end zone. Barrett-like there on the burst, and the Buckeyes have gone over 60 now.
Watch the linebacker go with him. He goes with him. He's a little bit unsure, and boy, did that open up with the linebacker moving out for Joe Burrow. See him kind of moving out, Chris Webber, number 49, and then he comes over late.
15 minutes are about up in most places, but he's still on the plate card here.
Wow, I'll tell you, Joe Burrow is throwing the ball very well.
Austin Mack, another true freshman, makes his second catch of the season.
Burrow's dad is a college coach himself, so he's defensive coordinator down at Ohio University with Frank Solich. So he's grown up in a football house and being around a coach. You can tell he's plays the game with tremendous poise, and they feel that once J.T. Barrett moves on, he still has another year to play. That you have Joe Burrow and also Dwayne Haskins, who's a freshman this year.
Big shoes to fill whenever that next quarterback is chosen. Burrow on a slant, and the catch is made. Now the ball trying to be ripped out of there by A.J. Alexander.
Every throw that he has had has hit the receiver right in the chest. I mean, and I know it's mop-up duty, but when you're Joe Burrow, you get a chance to get it out on the, as much as you practice, a chance to get out here and play in front of this stadium. It's pretty nice for him to come out here 6 of 6, and not only 6 of 6, like I said. I mean, he's putting it right on the numbers.
During the course of the spring practice for that backup role. On first down, Burrow able to find K.J. Hill, and Hill Scarlet team down 7-0. Burrow back on at quarterback, and on the sprint out finds Hill, and Hill's got the first down at Athens High School.
Well, you know, just a quick rollout timing pass and
Ohio State. Obviously, Mike Weber is going to be the guy who is the starting running back this year as Burrow throws a strike over the middle. Luke Farrell with the catch.
Started as a true freshman at Ohio State. That's just unheard of at left guard.
Floating it deep and open for the touchdown is Kayvon Hughley. The deep ball puts 6 on the board. And the Scarlet takes the lead.
Yeah, big emphasis for the offense is the deep ball having success, and you're hurt, and that's why he recruited me here at Ohio State.
Scarlet averaging 10 yards per play, and they're looking to improve that average. And Dixon with the catch, and Dixon with the touchdown.
I got to tell you a story about Lou Holston. He was an assistant coach, coaching the secondary in 1968. And the Buckeyes were getting ready to play Purdue, #1 in the country. And Lou Holtz, Mike Phipps is the quarterback, and Lou Holtz came up with a secondary adjustment. He said, if they throw the ball and win this coverage, we'll intercept it for a touchdown. And he bet Hugh Hyman, who was assistant coach, became the athletic director, $100 and won the bet. Teddy the Cheery Provost intercepted the ball in the south end zone, threw the ball in the stands.
Nurnberger's extra point is good, and the Scarlet with a 21-10 lead. Back to that touchdown, one play, 44 yards. The deep ball from Burrow to Johnny Dixon. And in a game of touch, maybe he would have been down before the end zone, but continuation, like in basketball. He got to roll on into the end zone, and Johnny Dixon scores from 44 yards out. It's great to see. On 3rd down and 6. Burrow with time finds the tight end, and Farrell with a first down. Burrow on the roll, looking for the sideline, and Johnny Dixon, and Dixon makes the catch. He got a foot down and a first down at the 48-yard line. Johnny Dixon starring early for the Scarlet team.
Yeah, they see midseason form on these rollout passes already. That every quarterback that has executed put the ball right on the money.
Swing to Hill on first down, and Hill tackled on the play. On 2nd down, Burrow floating it over the right side. McCall wide open, touchdown. Nice touch from Joe Burrow. 6 more for the Scarlet squad.
All right, this is obviously a busted coverage, but watch Burrow here. Here comes a linebacker really unblocked right in his face. He's got the poise to sit right in there and put the ball right on the money.
it is what it is. Can't tell a whole lot from that, but it gives people a little one.
Never missed a one.
Well, highlight package, man. Highlight package.
So, this was so funny. Spring game, quarterback's off limits. A couple of times that linebacker would have smashed him.
Yeah. Well.
But anyway, look, I wish him. I hope he's terrific. I really do. I just want LSU to win games, and if he's the guy that can do it, God bless him.
Yeah, and again, we don't know what'll happen, but certainly, you hope this leads to the good. Like you said, it's all about LSU winning football. Everybody's happier when LSU wins.
Again,
everybody in town feels better.
Again, if these quarterbacks are worried about competition and bringing people in, guess what? Next year they're going to bring in another. It may be 2 quarterbacks, and the year after that they're going to bring another and another and another. That's just the way it goes. So.
It's part of it.
Part of it. I mean, that's just the way it is.
Now, I did have some people comment to me, well, he was a third-team guy at Ohio State or whatever. Well, their third-team guy won a national championship a couple of years ago, Cardale Jones. Yeah. Ohio State, whether you like them or not, whether you like Urban Meyer or not, they've got depth. They've got talent. So maybe this is a guy who just, for whatever the reason, he did have the little broken thumb thing at one time, couldn't get on the field. Now, if he competes and gets the starting job, he can get on the field. Who knows?
Why are people so negative all the time? Why can't we just say, let's wait and see? I mean, let's give the kid a fair chance.
Oh, now you got some people already saying, oh, he's the next LSU legend. They're going to retire his number. No, calm down.
Temper your enthusiasm. Let's not be negative. Let's not be out of the Empire State Building euphoric. Let's kind of be right in the middle. And I think everybody wants to see LSU be successful.
Just remember this. The word fan is a derivative of fanatic. So, there you go. Fans will be fanatic.
We're not calling you fanatic. We're not calling you that.
It could be fanatical. But but what we're saying, and I'll say this, it's much better to have passionate fans than not.
That's right.
You want to have a fan base that wants the best and has the bar raised up high.
You sat at a baseball game amongst the fans incognito. How was that experience?
Different. That's why I don't like sitting in the stand. Boy,
they are quick to criticize.
The best was I'm down the left field line, okay, about even with where the left fielder would stand, okay, with that bullpen. Mm-hmm. Pitch comes in, guy 2 rows from me says, well, that was outside. Why do you call that a strike? I'm thinking, if your eyes are that good, you need to sign up to be an umpire.
I would love everybody to have the chance to sit in that dugout or stand up in that coach's box or roam the sidelines and try to do their gig.
Can't do it.
And equally, they couldn't do your gig either.
Right.
So, that's it. Anyway.
We'll take a break, come back. We got some more stuff for you right here on this week's edition.
It was so easy, everybody would do it.
Right.
No coach would ever be fired.
No, it'd all be win. Everybody would go 12-0.
Yeah, 12-0.
We'll take a break, come back with much more of Tigers Roar here on Pelican Sports TV. Do stay with us.
Creel Tree Service is a licensed and insured tree service providing tree and stump removal, topping, trimming, cabling, pruning, and fertilizing. We have free stump removal with takedowns, free estimates, affordable rates, and senior citizens discounts. Call 774-TREE. That's 774-8733. Get your yard ready for the warmer weather. If it deals with a tree, call me, Creel Tree Service, 774-8733. That's 774-TREE.
When my wife and I started Relief Windows, what we were trying to do, what our goal was to give a quality job to a homeowner. Everybody's scared of contractors. We wanted to change the mold of what that is. Not showing up on time, not answering the phone, somebody running with your money. The reason why you should pick Relief Windows to do your renovation of your home, windows, doors, hardy plank, or siding, is because of the experience, quality service of our company. Service is everything we have. It's the foundation of our company. We're going to show up on time. We're going to do the job right. Over 60% of our customers is customer referral. We're a local company here in Baton Rouge, built in Baton Rouge, staying in Baton Rouge. Okay. The job's not done until you're happy and we're happy. It's built the old-fashioned way, with a handshake. Here at Relief Windows, it's an honor to be official window, door, and siding company of LSU Athletics, from one winning team to another.
It's a beautiful day for baseball.
Take me out to a Hooters. Take me out to the game. Give me some wings and a frosty brew, a seat by the tube and a buddy or two.
Step up to our plate. Bring the team to Hooters and get 40 free boneless wings. Offer applies to teams of 6 or more in uniform.
There's no better place to catch the game. It's baseball time at Hooters.
Attention. Do you have chronic back pain, knee pain, or arthritis? If you have Medicare or private insurance like Aetna, United Healthcare, Humana, or Blue Cross, you may qualify for a safe, drug-free remedy for your everyday back and knee pain. But you must call now. The call and consultation are free, and you may be eligible for a pain-relieving back or knee brace at little or no cost to you. These pain relief braces are ideal for back pain, arthritis, sciatica, leg pain, knee pain, and other painful conditions that make life difficult. Don't suffer needlessly. Our associates will work directly with Medicare or your insurance company for free. Your knee or back brace will be delivered directly to your door. Imagine playing with your grandkids or enjoying tennis or golf again. Call the National Knee and Back Brace Center to qualify for your Medicare or insurance-covered knee or back brace.
Call 800-560-3392, 800-560-3392.
This is an important announcement. If you're between 50 and 85 and worried about your loved ones, you can still get affordable life insurance for peace of mind.
My life insurance coverage is guaranteed, and I was not required to get a medical exam.
I had high blood pressure and diabetes, and I got my coverage with one telephone call. No exam necessary.
I'm a smoker, and I wanted to take care of my family. I called to get my life insurance and my affairs in order. I wanted to do the right thing.
Call Final Expense No Exam Insurance. Your rates are guaranteed and will never increase.
I called and learned that this insurance cannot be canceled even if you get sick or gain weight.
And there are no restrictions on how my beneficiaries use the money when I'm gone.
Approval was easy and the price was right. I wanted to do this for my children.
Call 800-654-9927, 800-654-9927.
We continue with Tigers Roar. I want to remind you the original airing of this program each and every week, Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. In case you miss it on a Wednesday, mid-morning Thursday. It's available at youtube.com/Pelican Broadcasting. It also appears on Pelican Sports TV Friday nights at 7, Saturday mornings at 10. So spread the roar about Tigers Roar.
Yes, it's everywhere.
Got a little more Billy Cannon stuff for people. We had that clip at the beginning of the program. We got that plus a little bit more. Again, remembering the LSU legend, Billy Cannon.
Destiny into his own hands.
Ole Miss. He stands on his own 28. He gets a pass from center. He boots it and gets another nice kick away going way downfield. Billy Cannon watches it bounce. He takes it on his own 11. He comes back upfield to the 15, stumbles momentarily. He's at the 20, running hard at the 25, gets away from one man to 30, still runs at 25, at the 35 to 25. He's down to 50. He's in the clip to 45 to 40. In the 10 to 5, he scores! Billy Cannon raced some 89 yards for a touchdown. Listen to the cheer for Billy Cannon as he comes off the field. Great All-American.
The run gave the Tigers 6 points and the victory. It also helped Billy Cannon lock up the Heisman Trophy. If there's one play that symbolizes the spirit of LSU football, it's the punt return where a cannon streaked across the field.
Down in the South where they say you are, there's a man known as Mr. Football, Billy Cannon. Billy Cannon. Look out! There you go, Billy Cannon. You can go to the east, you can go to the west, but everywhere you go, they say he's the best. Billy Cannon. Billy Cannon. Look out! There you go, Billy Cannon. comes the ball, whirling down the field. It's caught by Cannon, and he's rolling like a wheel. Billy Cannon. Billy Cannon. Look out. There you go. Billy Cannon. Here come the bandits, the go and the white. They back Billy and they know he's gonna fight. Billy Cannon. Billy Cannon. Look out. There you go. Billy Cannon. He's got a lot of backing and we know it's true. All of the crowd from LSU. Billy Cannon. Billy Cannon. Look out. There you go. Billy Cannon. Look out. There you go. Billy Cannon. Look out. There you go. Billy Cannon.
By the way, that song about Billy Cannon by Jay Chevalier,
yeah.
a member of the Louisiana Music Hall of Fame and the father-in-law of Anthony Gallo, my dear friend that owns the Cadillac Cafe.
There
so
you go.
tip of the hat to Jay Chevalier. I actually saw Jay sing
Billy
that song a
Cannon.
couple years ago, but about Billy Cannon. You know, nowadays it's a different world than it was in the 50s. But in the 50s, if somebody wrote a song about you, you were up here.
I'll tell you what,
Huh?
in the 2000s, if somebody writes a song about you, you're way up there. Absolutely.
But when I played that on the radio the other day, it reminded me, my mother, I'm a kid, my mother comes home one day with, you remember the 45s?
Yep.
That she bought wherever, the Ballad of Archie Who.
I remember that one.
You remember that one?
The Pistol and His Pop?
I didn't get that one.
Oh, yeah, man, come on.
But the Ballad of Archie Who about Archie Manning
That was a
from
good
Drew,
one.
Mississippi.
That was a good
Somebody
one.
had written that one up. I mean, but I don't know if Cannon was the first one by Jay Chevalier,
No
but
telling.
that was quite a while
The
ago.
Pistol and His Pop.
Wow. So again, the rest of this week and even into this football season, there's going to be stuff. And when they do dedicate his statue and unveil it, I understand he and the family had input
They've
into
looked
the
at
design,
they saw
so
the
they
design.
know.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
but anyway, so
Not
that
like Brandy Chastain. Did you see that?
Oh my goodness, what the heck was that?
Is that the all-time worst?
If it's not the worst, it's the second worst.
Looks like
Nick Nolte, or no,
Gary Busey.
Gary Busey.
Poor girl.
They're changing it. It's so bad they're changing
yes,
it. Yeah,
yes.
and rightfully
awful.
so.
It's awful.
That was
Google that. Brandy Chastain.
a bad plaque.
Plaque. Just Google that and take a look at her and take a look at that. And whoever designed that should never design anything ever again in the rest of his or her life.
All right.
Bad.
The Cannon services were this week. Ed Orgeron was there, as you would imagine. Coach Orgeron, we didn't talk about this when we were talking about Joe Burrow transferring in, but Coach Orgeron went and got a guy he needed to get. You know,
Yeah.
they say he's the recruiting
That's
guy.
right.
Well, the mother and father and the brother were here, and Coach O, I'm sure, spent a lot of time with each, and they did other things. They were here for basically a whole weekend. What do you think Ed Orgeron's thinking now? I mean, has he called them other three guys and said, "Hey, look, you know,
No, I'm sure.
strap up the cleats.
Right,
It's time to go."
I would imagine that's exactly.
Because coming out of spring practice, they said three guys were even. So
Yep.
if one of those guys would have hands down separated themselves, I don't know if Joe Burrow's here.
I don't think they do that. And what the thing that alarmed me is when he said this competition is going to go out throughout the fall camp and throughout the season. And
two quarterback system. Well, and this too, Coach Orgeron and Coach Ensminger after spring practice said we only have 35% of the offense in. So it's not like Burrow is way behind too many of the offensive guys.
That's right.
I mean, if only 35% in. Now
Can you get the other 65 in a short fall camp?
I think you get about half of it in and you add as the season goes, depending on the defense, what do they do, et cetera, whatever. But it's going to be interesting. And, you know, people are already talking about it. Will there be, you know, everybody refers to Hodson and Guidry. That worked with those guys who both did their role well.
There
but I
was
don't
no
know.
ego involved there.
No,
between
I
those
mean,
two?
Mickey knew Tommy was a better quarterback, but Mickey knew he could come in, provide a spark, move the team
And they
down
were
the field.
consistent about it, game in, game out. You knew when it was happening. You knew.
Yeah.
No matter if
So-
Tommy Hudson threw 5 touchdown passes in the first half.
I'll say this: I'm not a fan of a 2-quarterback system,
Neither am I.
but as you said earlier, what you should want is
Whatever it
LSU
takes
to win. If it takes a 4-quarterback system to have a W at the end of the night, that's what you got to do, right?
No question.
All right, we
No
got
question.
another short video that Adam dug up on some LSU players talking about some of the antics of the man we just mentioned,
Ooh.
Ed Orgeron.
I gets them fired up before morning games. Check it out.
Yeah, Coach O on game day, he'll come in the meeting, he'll come in the team room or the locker room, and he'll give himself a punch in the chin. I tell him like it's a real serious punch, and he'll look at us and he'll start growling. He'll give us a growl, and you know what time it means. You know, it's time to go win a ball game.
Oh, he was like punching his. I tried to do it. I was like, oh. Yeah, he's probably one of the best coaches I've been around.
The girl and he'll look at you, and you know, like, yeah, it's go time.
Yeah, you set the jaw, punch yourself in the face in the morning if you're not ready.
You know, his jaw set, and he shows that his jaw set. You know, he punched himself in his jaw, and it's a hard punch, and he start growling, and you know what time it is. You know it's time to go.
Before Ole Miss, it's the first time back going to their stadium this year, and we got down to the hotel right before the buses left, and his pregame speech just came in, started screaming, yelling, and then he chugged a Red Bull, and then we got on the bus. So, I mean, that was pretty interesting. Got the team pretty fired up.
Oh yeah, he came in there, ripped his shirt off, had a Red Bull, he chugged it, threw it down, and it lit up the room. It lit up the room.
One of the games this year, he had a Red Bull and chugged it in front of the whole team and ripped the shirt off, and that just fired up everybody.
You know, he came up with a good thing before games for us as far as motivation, where everyone straps up their helmet at the same time, and that sound means you're clicking, you're ready to go play football, and that all of a sudden chills up your spine. So that was a pretty cool thing.
A couple of them former Tigers at the draft talking about some of Coach O's motivational techniques, huh?
You know what Owen reminds me of? Remember when Bruce Pearl went to the game and sprayed his chest orange, had his shirt off?
When he was at Tennessee?
Tennessee did his chest orange. I could see O going to a Will Wade game, shirt
he's
off,
got to do it.
spraying it
You
purple.
just set the bar there.
Spraying it purple, being in there with all the student body.
He's got to do it now if you say it. I mean, they're watching Tigers roar. They now know.
Ooh, wouldn't that be something?
Go help Will Wade get a W.
That's it, baby.
Huh?
Whatever it takes. When the Big Blue, the Wildcats come to town.
Have we heard anything about Will Wade lately? He's just working. I know he's working. I mean,
he and his staff have been out and about, and they've been gathering information from, for instance, he wasn't pleased with the way they played on the road. So he's going to schools that were very successful on the road and seeing how they manage their day and how they do this. So he is the meticulous one. He leaves no stone unturned, and he
crosses T's.
He does everything. He knows everything about what's going on with his program.
Well, that's very good.
That's a good sign.
Good for Will Wade. We'll take a break. We're going to come back, talk a little baseball and softball for you. Baseball tangling with Florida as we speak. We won't have a final score when we conclude this, but you got the thing going on. LSU did beat Mississippi State in the elimination round on Tuesday. 8-5 was your final. Peterson really well out of bullpen.
Wow, was he good?
Duplantis with 3 hits, a couple of Tigers with 2
Peterson was
hits
nasty.
as well. We'll take a break, come back, a little baseball, a little softball for you here on Tigers Roar, Baton Rouge, Lafayette, New Orleans. Jordy Hultberg, Tommy Chrysan, stay with us.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.
Wood Burners, serving South Louisiana since 1977, is a family-owned and operated company with over 30 years of experience. They're the fireplace experts, providing upscale products at an affordable price. Fireplaces, glass doors, wood stoves and stove chimneys, mantles, screens, gas logs, and tool sets. Visit online at woodburnersinc.com. Call 225-752-2590 or stop by 10510 Airline Highway in Baton Rouge.
This is an important medical announcement for anyone who has taken the chemotherapy drug Taxotere. If you or a loved one has developed alopecia or hair loss after taking the breast cancer drug Taxotere, you may be entitled to substantial compensation. While many chemotherapy drugs can cause temporary hair loss, Taxotere can cause permanent, irreversible loss of hair on the head, eyebrows, eyelashes, beard, and body. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. The call is confidential and you may be eligible. You may not have been warned about the side effects of Taxotere. Your consultation is free. Call the Drug Watch hotline if you or a loved one has experienced permanent hair loss as a result of the chemotherapy drug Taxotere. But you must call now.
Call 800-794-0738. 800-794-0738.
Hi, I am Dr. Farrell Frugier Jr., and I am a general dentist at Frugier Family Dentistry. I was born and raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I went to Catholic High School, LSU, and LSU School of Dentistry in New Orleans, where I received my DDS degree in 1986. I always have and will continue to be committed to continuing my education, to invest in technology which makes the diagnosis and delivery of dentistry more thorough, more comfortable, and more aesthetically pleasing. In our practice, we are here to serve the patients. We want to improve their quality of life and to develop relationships with our patients. In dentistry, we have a chance to impact lives on a daily basis, not just by doing dentistry, but by getting to know them and being a part of their life. We also believe in giving back to our community. So every year, we give back to the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank, Toys for Tots, and Mary Bird Perkins Cancer Center. Please stop by and visit our office. We would love to take care of you and your family.
For Total Home Pest Control, who are you going to call?
Call the Bug Man, 923-BUGS.
For total pest control for your home or business, call the original Salvat.
Call the Bug Man today, 923-BUGS.
We continue with Tigers Roar. LSU softball. Baton Rouge Regional had to dodge a few raindrops and what?
Anytime LSU and UL Lafayette played in anything, there's always something. There's always a moment that spurs controversy. Always.
Why does that happen?
I don't know. But
of course, you're referring to there was a bang play at the plate. The review appeared to go different than.
We had the basketball review
issues.
You had the baseball,
the
back
Aaron
in the day.
Hill thing.
But according to Patrick Wright, who is the voice of the Lady Tigers, he said it was a really good crowd. They were both supportive of their schools, and it was nothing like it was in the past. So that's great. But there always seems to be a play or a moment.
You're right about that.
Draws the ire of one of the two participants.
Up next for Beth Torina's team, a trip over to Tallahassee. They had to do this last year. They must be thinking like it's a rerun.
Deja vu.
They'll go Friday at 6, Saturday at 4, if necessary. It is a best 2 out of 3. Sunday at 2 o'clock against Florida State. Winner goes to Oklahoma City for the Women's College World Series. LSU has made 3 straight trips to Oklahoma City. So want to hope that Beth Torina and the squad can get it done in Tallahassee.
They got those two pictures.
I'm like you. Hoover's been here like 12 years now.
They're nasty.
I mean, she's been around. They're good. They're very, very good.
Very
Beth
good.
Torina, an outstanding coach. And, all 13 SEC softball teams went to the tournament. All 13. And Vanderbilt doesn't play softball,
That's
from what I
right.
understand. But
That's right.
Other than that, they all, went. I mean, is that crazy? I know the Pac-12 and out west used to be ahead of everybody in softball.
Think about it. You had the
worst team went to the tournament.
You had Alabama, Georgia playing for the national championship in football. The best year in a while for men's basketball. Women's basketball goes solid. Gymnastics sends 3 or 4 schools.
It's the best
softball,
conference.
everybody. It's ridiculous.
It's the best conference.
Just
I don't care
means
what
more.
they say. I don't care what they say.
When's the
anywhere
SEC
else.
meetings in June?
End of May in Destin, right?
Oh, end of this month.
I believe it's typically near the end of May with Memorial Day holiday, which is May 27, may change that. 28 may change that a little bit.
I wonder what the payout's going to be this year.
Bigger than last year.
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
Oh, absolutely.
It'll be up there, no question.
Or Greg Sankey will lose his job.
Maybe Herb Vincent will get in there, huh?
Oh, maybe so.
All right. Of course, we mentioned LSU beat Mississippi State in the elimination game on Tuesday at the SEC
8-5.
tournament, tangling with Florida now. I want to back it up. Last weekend, they went on the road. On the middle game of the three, they go against the number one pitcher in the country. Many projecting the Detroit Tigers to take him with the very first pick in the MLB draft coming up in a couple of weeks. Casey Mize, M-I-Z-E. Hilliard gets the win. We've got a recap of that Tiger baseball win over Auburn on the road, the second to last game to conclude the regular season.
Critical win.
A mainstay in the LSU lineup last year as they went back to Omaha and made it to the championship series. To the left side, and that one gets through. And Watson is aboard with a leadoff single. There's a breaking ball, and it's waved at by Julian, who also has high strikeout numbers to go with his big power numbers.
Pack a strikeout pitcher, you're going to go early. So you're seeing a lot of swings and early easy outs. And I struck out 6 and 9 so far in this season.
And the overall talent level is not as good as it was last year. It's hard to beat. And they had 4 seniors play such a key role in that run. Wow. And the best location of any of them.
Record. So Detroit's been bad enough 2 years in a row. This one rocketed to left. It is off the big fence. It rises to 30 feet in left field. And Watson standing up with a double. Second hit of the game for the LSU center fielder.
That they come back next year.
This one's laced towards right field. Coming home from second is Watson. And LSU has pushed the run across against Casey Mize. In the Classic City. Runner goes, throw down to second, comes in on a hop, and it got away, got kicked away. And so Duplantis has his 15th stolen base of the season. This one in the left, charging Davis, lays out, and gets past him. LSU's going to tie the game. Duplantis will score from second, and we are locked at 2 in the 6th.
The sky is the same color as the baseball.
Line to left, that one will get down. LSU's going to have its first lead. It will get all the way to the fence. Cabrera stops at second. Back-to-back doubles. The third two-bagger of the inning for the visitors in purple. Through the infield, another hit. This time it's Bo Jordan, and that will score Slaughter. Throw to second, and LSU runs into another out.
Turning moment for all,
for my
son.
kid. My son and I have used it as a bonding moment, but instead it's turned into chaos. Breaking hard right to left from a 3/4 angle.
Looping line drive, pulled for a base hit over Holland, who was playing Hughes to pull. You want to make an impact, you're going to have to change. It used to be over the top. He said, you're going to go sidearm. And that one's delivered to left. LSU will push another run across. And it's Zach Watson's third hit of the game. Runner goes. Throw down is wide of the bag. It will trickle away from Holland. And Watson has his second stolen base of the night. Been behind the plate every inning this season for Auburn.
He's a horse.
Back up the middle. Base hit. Here comes Watson to score. And LSU turning it on after the lightning delay. They pushed the lead to 6-2.
Him being a starter, especially losing all 3 weekend guys from last year.
Second strikeout for Peterson out of the pen. Big fastball for a big out. He blew 95 to finish this one off, and LSU evens the series with a 6-2 win.
I think as we both said this earlier, we're going to say it again. And coming up shortly, Mike Scarborough of TigerBait.com, so don't go anywhere. But with the win over Mississippi State on Tuesday, I think LSU is in the NCAA tournament. I don't think they're hosting. Should they pull a bunch of rabbits out of the hat and win the SEC tournament, then they would host.
I think the further along they go, they might up their seed number. You know,
projected as a 3.
It's a 3 seed.
things.
D1 baseball, perfect game has a 3 seed. There's only 4 seeds in each thing, so it'd be a 3 seed. It's a pretty good 3 seed, but they may be able to jump up to a 2 seed somewhere. Maybe, I mean, I have no clue as to where they would go.
Oh, I've seen projections that had them in Connecticut, Minnesota,
Everywhere.
Stillwater. I mean, you don't know. Okay,
Everywhere.
When you're a 3 seed, you're going to go
where
wherever.
they tell you to go.
Like
right.
they went to UCLA years ago. I mean, things can happen
That
of
didn't
that
turn
nature.
out too good, did it?
That one did not. No. But anyway, all right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, Mike Scarborough of TigerBait.com talking about the graduate transfer of Joe Burrow, the heavy, solid, loaded recruiting class in Louisiana of 2019, and much, much more on LSU.
They got 5 of these high-profile recruits in Louisiana, all expense-paid trip going to Hawaii for a week to 10 days.
For what?
Some Polynesian Bowl or something. How about that?
I read some stuff at CrescentCitySports.com the other day about all these recruits. There's a lot of big ones in New Orleans.
I played ball
area.
way too early. Now these kids get to go everywhere.
You went to Wisconsin.
Yeah, played pool with Crazy Legs Hirsch.
Crazy Legs Hirsch. It was too cold up there.
All you youngsters, Google Crazy Legs Hirsch.
He was pretty good one. All right, we're going to take a break. Come back. We'll be joined by Mike Scarborough of TigerBait.com right here on Tigers Roar. Do stay with us.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help. And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse. Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Are you losing hope? You can recover and get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares.
Call 800-383-8177. 800-383-8177.
Hi, I am Dr. Farrell Frugier Jr., and I am a general dentist at Frugier Family Dentistry. I was born and raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I went to Catholic High School, LSU, and LSU School of Dentistry in New Orleans, where I received my DDS degree in 1986. I always have and will continue to be committed to continuing my education, to invest in technology which makes the diagnosis and delivery of dentistry more thorough, more comfortable, and more aesthetically pleasing. In our practice, we are here to serve the patients. We want to improve their quality of life and to develop relationships with our patients. In dentistry, we have a chance to impact lives on a daily basis, not just by doing dentistry, but by getting to know them and being a part of their life. We also believe in giving back to our community. So every year, we give back to the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank, Toys for Tots, and Mary Bird Perkins Cancer Center. Please stop by and visit our office. We would love to take care of you and your family.
It's a beautiful day for baseball.
Take me out to a Hooters. Take me out to the game. Give me some wings and a frosty brew. A seat by the tube and a buddy or two.
Step up to our plate. Bring the team to Hooters and get 40 free boneless wings. Offer applies to teams of 6 or more in uniform.
There's no better place to catch the game. It's baseball time at Hooters.
Are you ready for this year's formal events? Weddings, homecoming, Mardi Gras, prom, pageants. Debbie's Bridal is having an inventory blowout sale. Don't be left out. Prices range from 20% off to 80% off. Happening now. Debbie's Bridal, Burnside in Gonzales.
Hi, I'm Bobby Yarborough with Manda Fine Meats. Here at Manda, we know what the folks of South Louisiana love. They love great flavored smoked sausage, delicious deli meats, and specialty items like boudin and andouille sausage. Manda Fine Meats has been providing these products since 1947. We produce them right here in Baton Rouge, so you know you're always getting the freshest product at your local grocery store. Manda Fine Meats. Taste the fresh local flavor in everything we make. Make it Manda every time.
Hello. Hola. 你好.
Experience what the Baton Rouge International School can offer your children. Now welcoming displaced students for short and long-term stability.
Continue with Tigers Roar. Jordy Hultberg, Tommy Krysan with you. As we do each and every week, we're now joined by Mike Scarborough of TigerBait.com. Good evening, Mike. How are you?
Hey, doing great.
Good, good. Mike, it's now official since we last talked on this program. Joe Burrow is an LSU Tiger. Your thoughts and observations?
I just think it's a huge shot in the arm. You can see it on our message boards. You can hear it on talk radio. I think it just has raised the hope or the outlook that the fan base has leading into the season. He's a legit quarterback, and certainly Coach Orgeron and Coach Ensminger didn't guarantee him a starting spot, but based on everybody I've talked to that cover the Buckeyes, and they just think he's a difference maker, and it's going to make things interesting. And I think it gives LSU a shot at meeting expectations, or the realistic expectations that fans will have with that brutal schedule and the returning talent.
Mike, one thing. I mean, if people out there, if you don't like Urban Meyer, you don't like Ohio State, you don't like the Big Ten, you still have to recognize the fact that the Ohio State football team program is loaded with good football players each and every year. The depth is incredible. So I think the mere fact that Joe Burrow was in the hunt, even though he didn't end up getting named the starter, lends a little credence to his ability.
Well, Kevin Noon, who's a friend of mine that covers Ohio State, and he's been covering them for decades, says there would be no drop-off if Haskins were to get hurt and Burrows was to be the starter. You wouldn't alter your preseason prediction of wins and losses with Burrow. He just thinks that Haskins fits the offense, Urban Meyer's offense, a little bit better with the things that they like to do. Mm-hmm. But he just kept saying over and over, the kid's a difference maker, and he's got it. He kept saying he's got it. So,
all right,
that's absolutely huge, and it's a shot in the arm for the program. It's look, you can have this recruiting class. Certainly, it's ranked 13th in the country right now. But with everything that's on the board and how good the state of Louisiana is for 19, this class is going to be one of the better ones in the country. But if you didn't have a solution at quarterback, whether currently in the program for the future or somebody that got you excited in the 19 class, it was going to hang over the whole thing like a wet blanket. And the fact that he's graduated in 3 years and has 2 years of eligibility, that's just a big factor. So now we've talked about, do they sign one or two quarterbacks in this class? And not thinking that he's going to only be a one-and-done kid. If you ever get him for 2 years and you get a real good, solid quarterback in this class, you're on your way because you're going to address the running back situation and all and cornerback, and you're on your way. And you're certainly not going to have as brutal of a schedule in 2019 as you do this year.
Mike, the big elephant question in the room now is, does LSU keep 4 quarterbacks, or do you foresee Anyone saying, okay, enough is enough, I want to go play somewhere else, just like Joe Burrow decided he was leaving Ohio State to come play somewhere else?
Yeah, I mean, you would think the odds are that will happen, and then you start, having a pool. Well, if it is going to happen, who would it be?
Right.
Is it McMillan? Is it Brennan? I don't know. I got a friend of mine that follows it real close, and he's floated an idea to me several times where he goes, it might not be a bad idea for Miles Brennan to actually take a redshirt year and get bigger and stronger.
Wow.
I can see that.
He still have that extra year of eligibility.
When do you think, if someone leaves, when do you think that would take place?
Well,
at the end of summer?
It could happen. It could happen today.
Okay.
When's the last final exam?
I think McMillan graduates over the summer, so I don't know how that works anymore.
Yeah, I mean it. That's for him to be eligible immediately as a grad transfer.
Right.
But the other two guys would have to sit out a year.
Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
All right, Mike, you mentioned it many times in the last couple of months, the talent in the 2019 class. I actually read a little stuff the other day on that. How's LSU doing? I mean, spring football practices for the high schools have all concluded. Where does LSU stand as we push towards the end of May?
13th in the country, 10 commitments. Without knowing the attrition and so forth, they're going to get to a full class of 25 for sure. But you still got Stingley and Sopsher and Trey Palmer and all the rest out there. Devonta Lee, Parker up at Ruston, the big tight end. You've got numerous top kids on the board. Then you got the Pickering kid in Mississippi, Grant Gunnell out there. I mean, Emory at Destrehan is looking really, really good for LSU. That's sending LSU for a second running back, and they've been extending offers to other running backs and more tight ends the last few weeks. So it's really looking good for LSU. A lot of kids. I think what's a real positive too is numerous kids that we've talked to in the last few weeks. You're seeing it over and over again where they're saying that LSU's recruiting them the hardest. So the recruiting staff and the assistant coaches are really doing a big-time job. Look, getting Burrow to LSU. I mean, that doesn't happen without Coach Bush as your new safeties coach. That relationship was with his family. Well,
hey, whatever it takes, right?
Right.
Yeah, so it's we've gone a stretch where it seems like it's been a whole lot of negatives, but it's amazing what a quarterback signee can do to raise everybody's spirits.
Well, and it can help other signees say, hey, this Burrow guy went there. He's got 2 years remaining. I want to get on down there.
Right, and it's, the whole thing with LSU's, fortunes is it's been a chicken or the egg argument. Well, they want to see what the offense looks like. Well, how can the offense look like what they want it to look like if you don't have the personnel to do it?
Correct.
And now you got Burrows and you got Sullivan trying to get to 3 or 4 wide receivers from that large group on the roster to come together and make it happen, and then see if that creates a running game, and we'll see what Chris Curry looks like when he arrives this summer.
Well, you know as well as anyone that all these people are as good as the offensive line that protects them and opens up the holes. Do you feel confident that LSU has upgraded and will have a good offensive line this coming season? Yeah.
The question is it going to be, you always seem like the offensive lines get better as the season progresses, but they better be pretty darn salty right out the gate with Miami and Auburn the first 3 weeks.
Yep, you're right.
No question about that. Mike, anything happening on the basketball front?
Yeah, they're out hitting the rows, but nothing new on the updates.
Okay.
Well, tell us what's happening at TigerBait.com.
That's it. A lot of LSU baseball, of course. We'll see how far they can go. You know, I don't know what the magic number is as far as them getting to a regional, and
they're in, baby.
If they're one of the last handful of teams in, or they getting sent out west somewhere as a 3 seed. But yeah, we got your baseball coverage, football recruiting, football coverage. You got a real nice story about the quarterback competition now that Burrow's there by our Brian Lazar. Check us out at TigerBait.com if you're an LSU fan. We really think you'll enjoy the website.
No question.
Mike, tell us this. If they go to TigerBait.com, give us the process for them to become a subscriber.
That's it. Just go there, get the monthly subscription, $9.95 or annually at $99, and we'll be. It's before you know it. We don't have the date yet, but I'm assuming it's going to be like last year, where your first practice is going to be at the end of July. So.
Well, we know
before you know it.
We're in double digits before the college season starts. We're in the upper 90s now. So
98, 99
days. 98, something
also,
like that.
Mike, SEC Media Day is the week after the 4th of July. That week of that would be the like 10th
11th?
through the 17th, something like that. That Media Day. It's already been announced. People can go to the SEC website on that. But
in Atlanta.
Yeah, they moving it to Atlanta. How
Finally.
about that?
Yes.
So the SEC Media Days for football, not that far away. Mike, as always, we appreciate it. We'll visit again next week.
All right, looking forward to it. Thanks.
All right, that's Mike Scarborough, TigerBait.com. Get your subscription, especially if you're an LSU fan.
I mean, it's got to be difficult for him. What's happening? What's new? What's new? And these kids are all...
Well, it's that time of the year.
Nothing's
Same
happening
thing
right
for
now.
our radio stuff.
Nothing's
and
happening
all
right
the people,
now.
Well, you know, there's a couple websites shutting down. I mean, lots of things are happening. It's that time of the year, you know.
Slowing things down. Everybody wants a break from things and to recharge and get re-going. But, yeah, we're like 98, 99 days away from the college football season.
And then,
when you hear that, it doesn't sound like that much, does it?
Well, and then all of a sudden we're going to be saying, all right, bowl game. Where are they going for a bowl game? If they go to a bowl game, right?
All you got to do is win 6, baby.
Oh, okay.
He better go to a bowl game.
We'll take a break, come back. We got a little bit on the city of New Orleans going to host Super Bowl 58 in 2024. We got a little New Orleans Super Bowl talk for you with Saints owner Gail Benson right after this pause on Tigers Roar. Do stay with us.
It's a male thing. He knows who
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.
Woodburners, serving South Louisiana since 1977, is a family-owned and operated company with over 30 years of experience. They're the fireplace experts, providing upscale products at an affordable price. Fireplaces, glass doors, wood stoves and stove chimneys, mantles, screens, gas logs, and tool sets. Visit online at woodburnersinc.com. Call 225-752-2590 or stop by 10510 Airline Highway in Baton Rouge.
This is an important announcement. If you're between 50 and 85 and worried about your loved ones, you can still get affordable life insurance for peace of mind.
My life insurance coverage is guaranteed, and I was not required to get a medical exam.
I had high blood pressure and diabetes, and I got my coverage with one telephone call. No exam necessary.
I'm a smoker, and I wanted to take care of my family.
I called to get my life insurance and my affairs in order. I wanted to do the right thing.
Call Final Expense No Exam Insurance. Your rates are guaranteed and will never increase.
I called and learned that this insurance cannot be canceled even if you get sick or gain weight.
And there are no restrictions on how my beneficiaries use the money when I'm gone.
Approval was easy and the price was right. I wanted to do this for my children.
Call 800-654-9927, 800-654-9927.
Cypress Lake Apartments are conveniently located off Segan Lane in Baton Rouge, a CLK multifamily management property. Come see this community, which has many amenities including swimming pools, fitness room, playground, and much more. 1, 2, and 3 bedroom apartments. Stop by Cypress Lake Apartments, call 225-293-6789, or go online, live at cypresslakeapts.com. We continue with Tigers Roar. As we mentioned a little bit earlier, the New Orleans Saints were awarded, or the city of New Orleans, I guess, awarded the Super Bowl 58. Next year's Super Bowl is 53, but 58 in 2024 will be coming to the Crescent City. It'll be the 11th time New Orleans hosts a Super Bowl, and it'll be 2 different venues, the old Tulane Stadium and then, of course, the Superdome.
And the 2 Super Bowls in Tulane Stadium, when the Chiefs and the Vikings played, Lenny Dawson.
And then the Cowboys and Colts.
Cowboys and Dolphins.
Cowboys and Dolphins, huh? Okay.
Colder than cold. Colder than cold.
New Orleans is supposed to be a warm weather city, and that's when the Super Bowl was in January.
It was colder
now it's in
than
February.
Cold. Wow.
Anyway, the NFL owners' meeting's going on in Atlanta. They've changed the kickoff rules. Lots of significant changes there,
I think that's
which is a step towards next year. Oh, no more kickoffs.
Yeah,
They're just trying to figure out what to do.
Exactly.
They've adopted a policy on the national anthem that's already causing a stir.
Okay. Well, why give them, the players and staff, choices? They say if you stand out on the field, you stand for the anthem, or you can wait in the locker room and do whatever you want. So what's everybody going to do? Well, who's not there? Who's not there? Oh, here he is. He's not there. Okay. Just make them do like college. Keep them all in the locker room. Play the national anthem when they're in the locker room, and then let them come out.
Here's the policy. All team and league personnel on the field shall stand.
But if you don't want to stand,
the game operations manual will be revised to remove the requirement that all players be on the field for the anthem. They put that in when the U.S. Army gave them $10 billion a couple years ago. Personnel who not changed can sit in a locker room or a similar location. Here's the part that's, what's the word I'm looking for? Shallow by the NFL.
Keep them in the locker room.
The club will be fined if one of the personnel on the field don't stand.
And then the club.
So they're not finding the player.
No, but the team can also levy whatever
they can create their own rules. But my point is, if they don't create the rule, that's the NFL's shallow way to say, well, we're going to fine the Saints if so-and-so kneels down. They're not picking on the player.
At first, they were banding about penalizing.
That was the dumbest thing ever, 15-yard
Here's
penalty.
how we start the game. The Saints are penalized 15
what if
yards.
they
The Giants, offsetting, let's kick again.
Offsetting penalty, yeah.
Sing the anthem again.
But anyway, and it's already a lot of repercussion. The NFL Players Association is not happy.
You can't please anybody.
Well, and then I don't know. I'm gonna
keep them in the locker room.
It's all about disrespecting the flag and the anthem. Let me tell you what one of the players in the NFL came out with when this policy was passed. I'm gonna get your reaction. He said, "Well, is the NFL going to stop concession stand sales during the anthem? Because if you got a guy there buying a beer and a hot dog, that's disrespecting the anthem and the flag."
That is a great point.
I think it's a great point.
It's a great point.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean,
shut it down.
No sales. Here comes the anthem. Y'all must all turn and stand or whatever you're going to do.
I guarantee you if they did that.
The money they'd lose in that 2.5 minutes.
Ownership says that anthem is in a minute and a half. You better fast forward.
But no, so I think they've opened a can of worms that I don't think they can put the lid on.
Just keep them in the locker room.
Well, and here's the other thing that came out today. They're being a little critical of the NFL for forcing them to stand. The NBA has had a rule for 20 years that you must stand for the national anthem. It's a rule. Yeah. Is that because of Mahmoud Abdul Rauf, formerly known as Chris Jackson?
Absolutely.
Okay, with the NBA for over 20 or 21 years, must stand for the anthem.
Roger Goodell dropped the ball. As soon as Kaepernick took a knee, they should have implemented a rule immediately.
He's reactive, not proactive.
Immediately. It's just common sense.
He's making the owners a lot of money, but if he was the CEO of a business that wasn't making money, he'd be gone.
Yeah.
Anyway, with all that being said,
keep him in the locker room. It's just so simple.
You said that on the radio. It makes perfect sense to me.
College does that.
Yeah.
LSU's in the locker room when they play. The band's playing the national anthem.
Yeah.
Keep them in the locker room. It's so simple.
It's so simple that it's too simple, I guess. Anyway, we've got some comments from Gail Benson talking about the city of New Orleans being awarded Super Bowl 58. That also happened at the meetings in Atlanta. Here's Saints owner Gail Benson.
Yep, that's perfect. Sam, is everybody on the phone? Everybody's on the call?
Everybody should be on the call. Jay, Governor Mayor?
Yes, Mrs. Benson.
Hi, how are you?
Cicero.
This is so
I'm with
exciting.
Mark Romick at the Sports Foundation office, and we have the governor and the mayor on the line also. Tell us how it went this morning.
I'm sorry?
Tell us how it went this morning.
Oh my goodness, it was so exciting. I just couldn't get through it. It was towards the end. It was a great experience. Towards the end,
And we have some good news for New Orleans.
Yes, we have some great news for New Orleans. We got it.
We got it. All right. Well, congratulations, and thank you so much for representing the state of Louisiana and the city of New Orleans for this important bid. Mr. Governor, would you like to say a few words?
I sure would. First of all, this is exciting for the entire state, not just for New Orleans. And Mrs. Benson, I want to personally thank you on behalf of the state for the great work that you've done, and I want to thank all of the Saints as an organization, but also Jay and the folks at the Greater New Orleans Sports Foundation. But we know that you did a wonderful job in lobbying for that Super Bowl, and to get the 11th Super Bowl just reaffirms what we've always known, and that is New Orleans is the best place in the country.
It certainly
for
is.
a major event such as a Super Bowl, and for you to be able to land that for us, we're just very, very appreciative. And I will tell you, Mrs. Benson, you don't have a stronger supporter anywhere than the First Lady of the state of Louisiana.
Thank you. Well, I couldn't have done it without everyone here and over there, so thank you all for everything you've done. I really appreciate everything.
Mayor Cantrell?
Well, you know what? We are in this together, and this is the true testament to that. You know, may our great Tom Benson continue to rest in peace, and just the love of the Benson family continue to transcend and move New Orleans forward. Gail Benson is leading this charge, and I'm just so happy and thankful for the citizens of New Orleans, state of Louisiana, and come on, Super Bowl 11, 58, city of New Orleans.
Thank you all so much.
And I'm telling the people.
First of all, a huge day today, especially for the city of New Orleans, seeing something like this. Walk us through the beginning of this presentation, because there's so much excitement behind what happened.
You know, we've had so many people working on this, and it turned out to be so beautifully done. And it was just a perfect experience, and I'm so glad we got it, and we're in, and now all we need to do is win some games.
That's really all we do. So there was a presentation involved, me living in New Orleans with you. I have to ask you, what did you present? How did you make New Orleans stand out in this presentation?
Well, New Orleans is a very special city. It's unique. It's different than any other city that we have around. And we just have so many things to offer: the food, the music, the culture, the hotels. We got it all. It should be here every year.
Exactly. And we're talking about 2024, a few years out. Should we expect any renovations to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome? Any kind of changes to our structure there?
Yes, we're getting ready to start work on the Superdome. We're going to be making many changes, so it'll all be good.
I know you guys wanted to not consider yourselves a shoe-in and wait until it was in ink that you guys were going to have this. But But they said it was a very quick vote, maybe 60 seconds. I mean, what was it like in there after you gave the presentation? Was it pretty quick?
It was pretty quick, but you never should take things for granted, so we never take anything for granted. We wanted to make sure that everybody agreed, and they did, and so that was very nice.
And Ms. Benzie, your intimacy with the process is a little different this time, but what was the experience like for you?
Well, this time it was a little different because my husband was in here, but it was good. I was a little upset when I saw his picture because it's so real and it feels like he's here. I know he's here anyway. And it's just a little sad that he's not with us.
A man that loves his city, what would he have said today? He'd have been a proud man.
He'd have been jumping up and down. I don't know if y'all saw the video, but it was great. His suspenders was coming off. He was so excited. So it was nice.
What do you remember from the last Super Bowl that you had in New Orleans? And what I know, even though the Saints weren't involved in it, what did that mean to the city, the environment, the vibe that was there?
The city and the state and the fans and everyone is so excited. The businesses, everyone profits from the Super Bowl. So it's really nice when we can have a Super Bowl in the city. And our city is the best place to have one.
And it's true that Baton Rouge and even to a degree Lafayette benefits when the Super Bowl comes. You get overflow. You get people that may want to come to Baton Rouge, see the Capitol, see the...
You going to head down to the Crescent City Super Bowl week?
No.
Do your radio show there?
No, Radio Row. I'll go if you go.
You ain't going then.
No, people want to come see the Capitol, go see Mike the Tiger.
Look, the restaurants, the restaurants and hotels and all that, that's great. It's great for the city. So happy for them.
No, it's good. I mean, North Shore benefits, I mean, people tell you hotels over there, whatever you got. So it's good. Like we said earlier, let's clean up the infrastructure issues before that Super Bowl gets in. I'm glad they got the Super Bowl because maybe that'll force the hand to do some of that other.
What's that? Right before you get to the City Park exit, or right before you get to Carrollton, they got that water purification plant right there. They've got that overpass. It's always got graffiti. They always clean that thing up.
Yeah.
For all the tourists driving in.
Clean that up again. Yeah. We'll take a break, come back with much more on this week's edition of Tigers Roar. Stay with us.
Hello. Hola. 你好.
Experience what the Baton Rouge International School can offer your children. Now welcoming displaced students for short and long-term stability.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help. And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse. Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Are you losing hope? You can recover and get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares.
Call 800-383-8177. 800-383-8177.
When my wife and I started Relief Windows, what we were trying to do, what our goal was to give a quality job to a homeowner. Everybody's scared of contractors. We wanted to change the mold of what that is. Not showing up on time, not answering the phone, somebody running with your money. The reason why you should pick Relief Windows to do your renovation of your home, windows, doors, HardiePlank, or siding, is because of the experience, quality service of our company. Service is everything we have. It's the foundation of our company. We're going to show up on time. We're going to do the job right. Over 60% of our customers is customer referral. We're a local company here in Baton Rouge, built in Baton Rouge, staying in Baton Rouge. Okay. The job's not done until you're happy and we're happy. It's built the old-fashioned way, with a handshake. Here at Relief Windows, it's an honor to be official window, door, and signing company of LSU Athletics, from one winning team to another.
This is an important medical announcement for anyone who has taken the chemotherapy drug Taxotere. If you or a loved one has developed alopecia or hair loss after taking the breast cancer drug Taxotere, you may be entitled to substantial compensation. While many chemotherapy drugs can cause temporary hair loss, Taxotere can cause permanent, irreversible loss of hair on the head, eyebrows, eyelashes, beard, and body. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. The call is confidential and you may be eligible. You may not have been warned about the side effects of Taxotere. Your consultation is free. Call the Drug Watch hotline if you or a loved one has experienced permanent hair loss as a result of the chemotherapy drug Taxotere. But you must call now.
Call 800-794-0738. 800-794-0738.
Accord Eye Clinic Vision Source is located on Perkins Road in Baton Rouge, offering full-service optical and lab work. Dr. Shonda Accord and the professionally trained staff pride themselves on service, complete eye exams, help with contact lenses, and selection of frames featuring Silhouette, Gucci, Jimmy Choo, and all the top lines. State-of-the-art equipment including Optimap, which digitally photographs your retina. Call Accord Eye Clinic for an appointment. 225-767-3937. That's 225-767-3937. Visit the website, visionsource-br.com. All patients of all ages are welcome. Accord Eye Clinic, Vision Source. We continue with Tigers Roar. Let's talk about a former LSU quarterback. We were talking about some future LSU quarterbacks.
Okay.
Danny Etling.
Starting quarterback if they play today.
There's not many people that thought he would be drafted,
No.
including myself.
Me neither.
And then all of a sudden, lo and behold, the New England Patriots draft Danny Etling. And now they're calling him the heir apparent to Tom Brady. Now, that might be jumping the gun a tad, but he had respectable numbers, especially completion percentage and accuracy in the SEC.
They don't waste draft picks.
No, they don't.
They don't just do it as a favor. They do it because they think they see something in the kid that can benefit them. So.
And what we did, we found a clip of Danny Etling. Now, this is
Really?
after a mini camp rookie thing with the Patriots. It's raining a little bit, and they get to the question of him taking over Tom Brady. Brady is skipping the OTA stuff.
Right.
This is not real long, but it's a look at former Tiger quarterback Danny Etling after practice with the Patriots.
This is Tigers Roar, after all.
Been crazy.
No, it's been a fun time to just sit there and learn and continue to progress. I'm just trying to take it one day at a time, one meeting at a time, one snap at a time, and continue to try and progress and learn the system and just keep trying to work hard and try and become the player that I want to be. And that's just going to take a lot of work and continuing to work hard and just staying, doing my job and learning what that is. And the main thing is just being more consistent.
You ever worn number 15 before?
No. My first ever number in school, or first ever football number was 28, so that's the closest I got to it.
What's this whole process been like for you? A little bit. You kind of alluded to it, but it has to be a bit totally overwhelming. But is it just kind of being thrown in the deep end of the water being asked to swim?
No, it's just, you're just learning how to be a pro and learning, okay, what's the system, what's going to be asked of me, how can I become more consistent, and how can I, learn what I'm supposed to do as fast as I can.
Have you had any opportunity to have any communication with Tom yet?
I've just been, communicating with all the teammates, and it's been really hard to, get accustomed to a new team and learn everyone's names. And so I'm just really focused on trying to get to know everybody and continuing to just get to know my new team.
You know that guy's name though, right?
Yeah, I know Tom. He's a pretty great quarterback, so probably the greatest of all time. So, yeah.
Just trying to get engaged because he's not physically here, if he's still kind of mentally trying to help out both of you.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm just trying to learn with everyone who's here and continuing to, just to get to know all my teammates. I'm still learning everyone's names and still learning everything, that there is to know about a team. So I'm going to keep working on that and continue to learn.
Someone who's here, Brian Hoyer, how has he helped guide you and kind of mentor you during this process?
He's been great so far. He's been, pulling me aside when I can, and we run a rep or we run a play or have a meeting, and just giving me helpful advice that's continuing on how to operate the system, on how to, become more consistent and how to do my job better.
Danny Etling had more reporters around him after one rookie camp practice than he probably had in his entire career at LSU. They take that stuff pretty seriously up in
Well,
New England.
I mean, that's that. Now,
Cream
look,
of the crop.
and I got no idea what will happen, but you made the point before we went to the piece. Patriots don't waste draft choices.
No.
There's a reason why they took him. Man, it may be, hey, we can have him on the practice squad this year. We can develop him. We think 2-3 years from now he could be a guy who could either A, play for us, or B, could be traded to bring somebody else in. I mean, that's clearly part of this.
Look, you want good guys in your locker room.
And he's a good guy.
And he's a good guy. He's not going to cause any
Smart
issues.
guy, he's a good guy, he's a leader.
Ask Garrett Temple how he's made it all these years in the NBA.
Because he's a great guy in the locker room.
He's not going to cause problems. He's a leader. That's what Etling is. So
And if they tell Etling be there at 5, he'll be there at quarter to 5.
Not everybody can be Tom Brady or Drew Brees. You
No,
got to have other guys, but is that other guy, okay, for instance, Aaron Rodgers knew he was going to be a really good quarterback, but he had to sit and wait behind Brett Favre. I wonder how that went. There was a little friction between the two. That's not going to happen with Danny Etling.
You see the latest on Aaron Rodgers?
I thought you said Brett Favre. No, what's the latest?
Aaron Rodgers.
What's the latest
who
on
he's dating now?
Danica Patrick.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, you keep up on that social
Well,
stuff.
yes. No, I see.
Huh?
No, I just...
You read the headlines?
Headlines.
Headlines.
That's it.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to share. All right, we looked at Etling. When we come back, we're going to look again at Joe Burrow, the graduate transfer quarterback who is officially an LSU Tiger. We got some clips and video and stuff on Joe Burrow that we'll give to you when we come back after this pause on Tigers Roar. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Jordy Helper for Tremonti's Meat and Seafood Market at 12451 Old Jefferson Highway. Chairman's Reserve steaks, their pork, their chicken, their seafood, top of the line. Primo barbecue pits, Icy Tech coolers. They can go anywhere and cater anything for you. Go to 751-7665 to call Tremonti's Meat and Seafood Market, where good meat ain't cheap and cheap meat ain't good. Tremonti's Meat and Seafood Market.
Are you ready for this year's formal events? Weddings, homecoming, Mardi Gras, prom, pageants. Debbie's Bridal is having an inventory blowout sale. Don't be left out. Prices range from 20% off to 80% off. Happening now. Debbie's Bridal, Burnside in Gonzales.
Attention. Do you have chronic back pain, knee pain, or arthritis? If you have Medicare or private insurance like Aetna, United Healthcare, Humana, or Blue Cross, you may qualify for a safe, drug-free remedy for your everyday back and knee pain. But you must call now. The call and consultation are free, and you may be eligible for a pain-relieving back or knee brace at little or no cost to you. These pain relief braces are ideal for back pain, arthritis, sciatica, leg pain, knee pain, and other painful conditions that make life difficult. Don't suffer needlessly. Our associates will work directly with Medicare or your insurance company for free. Your knee or back brace will be delivered directly to your door. Imagine playing with your grandkids or enjoying tennis or golf again. Call the National Knee and Back Brace Center to qualify for your Medicare or insurance-covered knee or back brace.
Call 800-560-3392, 800-560-3392.
It's a beautiful day for baseball.
Take me out to a Hooters. Take me out to the game. Give me some wings and a frosty brew. A seat by the tube and a buddy or two.
Step up to our plate. Bring the team to Hooters and get 40 free boneless wings. Offer applies to teams of 6 or more in uniform.
There's no better place to catch the game. It's baseball time at Hooters.
It's time to find out the truth about health insurance.
True or false? I can't get health insurance because I missed the open enrollment period. False.
If you had a life change such as moving, getting married, having a child, or a job loss, you are eligible to buy a new policy.
I don't have a life-changing event, so I can't get health insurance. False.
You can purchase affordable short-term policies even if it's not open enrollment.
I have to spend hours shopping around for an insurance policy that's right for me. False.
Call Healthcare will connect you with licensed agents that do the work for you, comparing hundreds of options, making sure you get a policy that fits all your needs at the best price.
Call now and we'll connect you to a licensed agent that will answer all your questions. The call and the service are free, so what are you waiting for?
Call Healthcare, getting the coverage you need at a price you can afford. Call now. Representatives are standing by to assist you.
Hi, I am Dr. Farrell Frugier Jr., and I am a general dentist at Frugier Family Dentistry. I was born and raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I went to Catholic High School, LSU, and LSU School of Dentistry in New Orleans, where I received my DDS degree in 1986. I always have and will continue to be committed to continuing my education, to invest in technology which makes the diagnosis and delivery of dentistry more thorough, more comfortable, and more aesthetically pleasing. In our practice, we are here to serve the patients. We want to improve their quality of life and to develop relationships with our patients. In dentistry, we have a chance to impact lives on a daily basis, not just by doing dentistry, but by getting to know them and being a part of their life. We also believe in giving back to our community. So every year, we give back to the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank, Toys for Tots, and Mary Bird Perkins Cancer Center. Please stop by and visit our office. We would love to take care of you and your family.
For Total Home Pest Control, who are you going to call?
Call the Bug Man, 923-BUGS.
For total pest control for your home or business, call the original Salvat.
Call the Bug Man today, 923-BUGS.
We continue with Tigers Roar. Remind you the original air on each and every week, so Wednesday night. It's available at youtube.com/Pelican Broadcasting. Mid-morning Thursday. Replays on Pelican. Friday night at 7 p.m. Saturday morning, 10 a.m. We want to, again, the newest LSU Tiger, the quarterback, Joe Burrow, the graduate transfer with 2 years remaining. As we've got some video clips of some action in the games with him, for him at Ohio State, as well as a spring game from a year ago in 2017. Here's the latest and the newest LSU Tiger, Joe Burrow.
Is that for a duo? Both called for this morning on College Game Day. Joe Burrow has replaced J.T. Barrett. Barrett's night is apparently done.
They're sitting there for, now they're down the road.
In terms of playoff, yeah.
Yes.
Burrow keeps it, and was wrestled down after a yard loss. 3rd and 5 for Joe Burrow in his first series in relief. And Burrow on a slant makes a completion to K.J. Hill, and they move the sticks out near the 30.
Nice poise by Burrow. Brought both the linebackers, and Newby actually got to him just as he was about to throw the ball. It affected his follow-through. Watch Newby 3. He'll come in clean right into the face, but he recognizes the void because of those 2 linebackers and gets the ball to K.J. Hill. I think you're safe in putting him there personally, but that's okay.
Burrow to Hill. And KJ dancing free, knocked down at the 50. And if you're Joe Burrow, redshirt freshman, you'd like to look sharp here for the coaches.
Yeah, and he's doing that. He's distributing the ball. And like I said, KJ Hill is showing some nice hands. This time in traffic where Aaron Williams had him defended pretty well, but a great throw by Joe Burrow. And Another nice catch there by K.J. Hill.
Slammed down hard on the shoulder. You do get concerned. Burrow takes off, darts up the middle, and will score standing up. Joe Burrow finds the end zone. Barrett-like there on the burst, and the Buckeyes have gone over 60 now.
Watch the linebacker go with him. He goes with him. He's a little bit unsure, and boy, did that open up with the linebacker moving out for Joe Burrow. See him kind of moving out. Chris Webber, number 49, and then he comes over late.
15 minutes are about up in most places, but he's still on the play card here.
Wow, I'll tell you, Joe Burrow is throwing the ball very well.
Austin Mack, another true freshman, makes his second catch of the season.
Burrow's dad is a college coach himself, so he's defensive coordinator down at Ohio University with Frank Solich, so he's grown up in a football house, and being around a coach, you can tell he plays the game with tremendous poise, and they feel that once J.T. Barrett moves on, he still has another year to play. That you have Joe Burrow and also Dwayne Haskins, who's a freshman this year.
Big shoes to fill whenever that next quarterback is chosen. Burrow on a slant, and the catch is made. Now the ball trying to be ripped out of there by A.J. Alexander.
Every throw that he has had has hit the receiver right in the chest. I mean, and I know it's mop-up duty, but when you're Joe Burrow, you get a chance to get it out on the, as much as you practice, a chance to get out here and play in front of this stadium. It's pretty nice for him to come out here 6 of 6, and not only 6 of 6, like I said. I mean, he's putting it right on the numbers.
During the course of the spring practice for that backup role. On first down, Burrow able to find K.J. Hill, and Scarlet team down 7-0. Burrow back on at quarterback, and on the sprint out finds Hill, and Hill's got the first down at Athens High School.
Well, you know, just a quick rollout timing pass, and
Ohio State. Obviously, Mike Weber is going to be the guy who is the starting running back this year as Burrow throws a strike over the middle. Luke Farrell with the catch.
Started as a true freshman at Ohio State. That's just unheard of at left guard.
Floating it deep and open for the touchdown is Kayvon Hughley. The deep ball puts 6 on the board. And the Scarlet takes the lead.
Yeah, big emphasis for the offense is the deep ball having success, and you're hurt, and that's why he recruited me here at Ohio State.
Scarlet averaging 10 yards per play, and they're looking to improve that average. And Dixon with the catch, and Dixon with the touchdown.
I got to tell you a story about Lou Holston. He was here as assistant coach, coaching the secondary in 1968. And the Buckeyes were getting ready to play Purdue, #1 in the country. And Lou Holtz, Mike Phipps is the quarterback, and Lou Holtz came up with a secondary adjustment. He said, if they throw the ball and win this coverage, we'll intercept it for a touchdown. And he bet Hugh Hyman, who was assistant coach, became the athletic director, $100 and won the bet. Teddy the Tree Provost intercepted the ball in the south end zone, threw the ball in the stands.
Nurnberger's extra point is good, and the Scarlet with a 21-10 lead. Back to that touchdown, one play, 44 yards. The deep ball from Burrow to Johnny Dixon. And in a game of touch, maybe he would have been down before the end zone, but continuation, like in basketball. He got to roll on into the end zone, and Johnny Dixon scores from 44 yards out. It's great to see. On 3rd down and 6. Burrow with time finds the tight end, and Farrell with a first down. Burrow on the roll, looking for the sideline, and Johnny Dixon, and Dixon makes the catch. He got a foot down and a first down at the 48-yard line. Johnny Dixon starring early for the Scarlet team.
Yeah, they see midseason form on these rollout passes already. That every quarterback that has executed put the ball right on the money.
Swing to Hill on first down, and Hill tackled on the play. On 2nd down. Burrow floating it over the right side. McCall wide open, touchdown. Nice touch from Joe Burrow. 6 more for the Scarlet Squad.
All right, this is obviously a busted coverage, but watch Burrow here. Here comes a linebacker really unblocked right in his face. He's got the poise to sit right in there and put the ball right on the money.
To quote Ray Charles, we shall see.
We shall see, and you can listen.
On WUBR, home of the Jim Rome Show, Jordy Hultberg, Buddy Sanji, myself, Dave Scandaliato, local stuff, national stuff, phone calls, text messages, the whole bit. WUBR, get it on the TuneIn app or go to WUBR910.com. You can listen on the smartphone, the whole bit. Check it out. Again, a great mixture of the local and national stuff on the radio station. And, Jordy, you have a program in the Lafayette market.
Also, 2 a day, and we do from 2 to 4 p.m. on 103.7 The Game. So if you're in that area, check us out.
All right,
Check us
we
out.
push towards the end of this week's Tigers Roar. Again, the tributes to Billy Cannon continue to roll in. Mike Slive, Billy Brewer, losing 3 people like that in the same week, Brewer a week ago. And then, of course, all the stuff about Joe Burrow, LSU softball, baseball, a lot going on, even though we're pushing to the end of May.
Congrats. I know this is Tigers Roar, but congrats to Anthony Davis, Drew Holiday, all NBA first team, all defensive club. That doesn't happen very often.
Question. How many times does 2 guys from the same team make the first team?
Probably, maybe San Antonio had Tim Duncan and Bruce Bowen, maybe. I don't know for sure. I don't know for sure, but that's quite a coup to them.
I will applaud them for only putting 5 guys on it. I hate like when the SEC does. The all-SEC basketball team got 9 guys on it. I don't like that. Okay, you play with 5, call 5 names.
That's right.
So I'll applaud the NBA for that. Also, some honors go to LSU's Zach Watson, SEC all-defensive team. Mikael Hilliard, Daniel Cabrera, freshman all-SEC. No Tigers on the first or second team since 2008. That's a long time ago.
That's why they're 15 and 15 or 16 and 15 as we speak.
Well, they're rolling and tangling with Florida. They're up. We'll give you a little hint, but you may know the final by the time you're watching this week's edition of Tigers Roar. Catch it at youtube.com/Pelican Broadcasting. Follow us on Facebook, Pelican Broadcasting, Twitter at Pelican Sports.
Have a great holiday weekend.
Memorial Day. Yeah. Remember, that's what we're memorializing there. All the people that gave it all. Hey, on behalf of everybody at Pelican, thank you for watching. Spread the roar. Tigers Roar.
Good night, everybody.
God, I am so freaking tired.
It's time to find out the truth about health insurance.
True or false? I can't get health insurance because I missed the open enrollment period. False.
If you had a life change, such as moving, getting married, having a child, or a job loss, you are eligible to buy a new policy.
I don't have a life-changing event, so I can't get health insurance. False.
You can purchase affordable short-term policies even if it's not open enrollment.
I have to spend hours shopping around for an insurance policy that's right for me. False.
Call Healthcare will connect you with licensed agents that do the work for you, comparing hundreds of options, making sure you get a policy that fits all your needs at the best price.
Call now and we'll connect you to a licensed agent that will answer all your questions. The call and the service are free, so what are you waiting for?
Call Healthcare, getting the coverage you need at a price you can afford. Call now. Representatives are standing by to assist you.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.